Hi, my name is Riley Allen. This is my review of Season 1, Episode 20 of Trollhunters Tales of Arcadia, titled, Where Is My Mind? We start off with Strickler kind of hearing Bular's voice, and he is scared shitless. Like, Bular's accusing him of keeping his father, Gunmar, trapped. And Bular's trying to tell him to get rid of the Inferno Copula, the ring that controls Angar Rot. And he's probably about to do it. He's shitting bricks. And he only realizes and he realizes something's up because a woman walks straight through Bular, and he's like, pixies. Smacks himself upside the head, grabs and kills the pixie, and basically threatens Angar Rot, which Angar Rot did not like. Then Angar Rot tells Strickler not to come to school tomorrow. He's like, yeah, you shouldn't come to school tomorrow. Because he unleashes all the pixies at the school, which basically sends Jim into a frenzy, like, man, this is supposed to be my safe space. You can't come into my safe space like that, man. Anyways, Toby has come up with, some nicknames for him and Claire. Shadow Dancer, and he's Warhammer. People start seeing things like Toby's getting chased around by his Nana trying to kiss him. Claire's seeing her brother Enrique. Jim has a fight with Angar Rot, and while Jim does get his ass kicked, I will say this. He's alive. And considering Angar Rot has killed so many Trollhunters, I think it's implied that he's killed several of them. The fact that he managed to even land a small hit, which he does, says a lot about Jim. I really wish, we got more knowledge about the other Trollhunters in comparison to Jim. How good is Jim? Because Jim defeated Bular, but Bular defeated all these other Trollhunters. In episode 1 or 2, Toby asks Blinky if Kandagar had a bad day or something. So either Kandagar really did have a bad day, or Bular was having a bad day, and Jim got lucky. Because I really wish we got more of a power scale on the Trollhunters. See where Jim stacks up at this point. Anywho, Jim gets infected by a pixie, but Jim locks in and he's like, no, it's not real. And then is basically fighting Angar Rot blind. He's not doing very good. Of course, nobody's going to do very good. But Angar Rot basically makes a deal with him. If Jim can get the Inferno Copula off Strickler, Angar Rot will sever the connection between Strickler and his mom. Jim's mom, Barbara. So that way, Jim can put Strickler in the ground. Because as of now, anything he does to Strickler, happens to his mom. Also, we have a side plot. Of course, we can't forget that Arg was poisoned by Angar Rot. He goes to Vendel. It's kind of noticed by Blinky. But Blinky thinks it's just because he's human. Also, side note, he has been a human for a few episodes now, and I'm really glad that this wasn't just one episode and done. Although I hope it's kind of over soon because it's kind of run out of its course. So, Arg goes to Vendel to see if he's got a cure, and he says no. I have something that can slow it down, but you must inform your friends. And Arg's like, no, can't tell Toby. Toby will worry. And Vendel's just like, I understand, my friend. It'll be a secret between us. I don't know. Is it just because, we were seeing Vendel from the perspective of Jim, who Vendel hated, to now someone who we see him with Arg, who he seems to actually like and respect? Because even Blinky, Vendel doesn't seem to really like respect most times. Maybe respect and tolerate. Or maybe, he's just started to mellow out. I mean, of all centuries, no time like the present. And then Blinky. We have Blinky still interacting with Jim's mom, with Blinky pretending to be some guidance counselor. When Jim calls him to figure out what the Pixies is, we got the whole... He basically hauls it to the school. And I'm just like, damn, he got there right after everything was over. So Blinky was kind of not in this episode. He was only in there to give Jim the information that this is Pixies. That was his role this episode. Also, this is the episode where Claire's friends Mary and Darcy found out that she asked Jim to the dance. I don't know about this episode. It kind of feels weird. It feels fillery, like it's a filler episode, but it has... It's weak. It's a decent enough episode, but it feels fillery in the sense that it's... The only point of it that was needed was the one little conversation where Engelrot strikes up a deal with Jim. That was the only thing that was kind of essential, because that was the only thing that moved. That and the scene with Vendel and Arg. I did like the scene where Toby slaps Claire to get the pixie out, and she instinctively slaps Toby back. Like, yeah, that was kind of funny. Steve's whole existential crisis, where his worst fears, I guess, were like seeing a bunch of hymns. And I love the first thing that he does when he's back to normal is shove Eli in a locker. That's... Overall, I think this episode was a 6 out of 10. Thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.